We live in a big and beautiful world which is filled with countless mysterious things. Nature never fails to surprise us with different strange things. Mysterious and terrifying places are one of those things. From an island covered with snakes to a door to hell, here are the most terrifying places in the world. Number 10. Centralia, Pennsylvania. A century ago, Centralia was a small town in Pennsylvania, having residents, shops, and brisk mining business. Coal from local mines fed its economy and people. Its residents used to work, play, and eat. Everyone was living happily until the 1960s. In 1962, a coal mine caught fire and began to spread through the interconnecting tunnels. Residents controlled it somehow, but after some time, another trouble came. In 1979, a gas station owner reported high temperatures in the underground tanks. After this incident, a boy fell into a sinkhole in his backyard. All of these incidents disturbed the citizens and they started moving. In 2014, only 7 people left in the town and it became a ghost town. Things which make it scarier are torn down buildings, graffiti-filled routes, and crumbled sidewalks. You'll also see smoke coming out of subterranean fires which will not stop for another 250 years. Number 9. North Yungas Road. The North Yungas Road is at its height of 15,000 feet, connecting the Bolivian capital of La Paz with the region of Yungas in the Amazon. This is a normal thing, but lack of guardrails, 12-foot wide lane, and limited visibility are not. Because of these things, this road got the name the Death Road. It is included in some of the planet's most dangerous routes. The road sees 200 to 300 deaths annually. Internet fame made North Yungas a destination for enthusiasts, extreme sports, and downhill bikers. The government is trying to update the safety on these roads, but construction in this type of route is slow and costly. For the safety of travelers, they have replaced the northernmost section of the road with an alternative route that is safe and comfortable. Before we move on, leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be the first watching new episodes. Number 8. Island of Dolls, Xochimilco, Mexico. Xochimilco is famous as the Island of Dolls because of hundreds of dolls and doll parts scattered in the grass and hanging on trees. You might have seen such types of things in horror movies, but it's real. Now, what's the story behind it? It is said that a girl's dead body was found on the island by a man named Don Julian Santana Barrera. After seeing the girl, he saw a floating doll near the canals. He thought that the doll belonged to the girl, so he picked up the doll and hung it on a tree to show love and respect to the spirit of the girl. Maybe Don Julian was haunted by the spirit of the girl, so he started hanging more and more dolls on the trees trying to make that girl's spirit happy. He continued to hang creepy dolls on the trees and it became a doll island. Some people say that the dolls move their arms and heads and open their eyes too. Others claim that they heard the dolls talking to each other. Well, we can't be sure of these things until we visit this place, so pack your bags. Number 7. Gamantong Caves, Sabah, Malaysia. Gamantong Caves in Malaysia are no less than wonders with 300 feet limestone walls. People who have visited this spot explain it as one of the most disgusting wildlife. What's the reason? Let's find out. The first thing is, Gamantong Caves have more than 2 billion bats. Because of this, these caves are covered with thick layers of guano, the bat's poop. After crossing the river of guano, you'll see millions of cockroaches moving around. Those cockroaches would love to crawl up your legs. Other than this, there are lots of other creatures like freshwater crabs, snakes, unusual Scutecara centipedes, and scorpions. If you ever happen to stand in the cave entrance at around 5 p.m., you'll see bats flying out in search of food. You can go inside the cave by a wooden walkway that will lead you down into the bat wonderland. But the question is, do you have enough courage to go for it? Number 6. Pripyat, Ukraine. Pripyat can be used as a poster child for abandoned places in the world. Though we can't deny the fact that it was the once most luxurious and beautiful city in the Soviet Union. This city was established in 1970 with a great population. Pripyat had reached a population of almost 49,000 by the time it was totally evacuated in 1986 after the Chernobyl disaster. Now, it is an uninhabited city, but furniture, buildings, and other things are at the same place where the owners left them. If you ever visit this place, you'll see decaying dolls, broken frames, weathered books, and all clocks frozen at 11:55, the moment the electricity was cut. Right now, it's just an abandoned city, but the government has announced that the spot will become a tourist attraction soon. Number 5. Hanging Coffins, Sagada, Philippines. Sagada is famous for its unusual feature of burying their dead in coffins attached to the cliffs. It means if you ever visit this place, you'll have to look up to pray for death rather than looking down. Now, what's the story? Residents of Sagada have strange tradition of making their own coffins. People used to make their own coffins and then used to hang them next to their ancestors so that they could rest with them. There are different coffins hung up on the cliffs made by the people who are resting inside them. It is said that the beliefs behind this tradition is burying the dead on height brings them close to the spirits of their ancestors. It is also said that residents of Sagada feared being buried in the ground. The reason is they knew that the water would seep into the soil and they would rot. Basically, they wanted a place where their corpse would be near their ancestors and safe at the same time. Number 4. Capuchin Catacombs, Palermo, Italy. Capuchin Catacombs is the most creepy catacomb in the whole world. Space was created when the cemetery at Capuchin Monastery became overrun. At first, it was only for religious men, but later, it became a resting spot for local citizens too. So this tomb has almost 8,000 bodies. All bodies are divided into different sections, including one for professional men, one for religious men, one for children, one for women, and one for virgins. The bodies are displayed one after another and arranged in grotesquely lifelike posts. It is said that the dry atmosphere allowed for the natural mummification of the bodies. For this to happen, priests used to lay the bodies on shelves to let them drip until they were completely free of bodily fluids. After almost a year, the dried out corpse was used to be rinsed with vinegar. After being redressed, they were sent to their specific section to rest for eternity. Number 3. The Door to Hell, Derezi, Turkmenistan. The Darvaza crater, also known as the Door to Hell, still burns today. Located in the middle of the Karakum Desert, there is a 230-foot wide crater that doesn't stop burning. Door to Hell is the name given to it by the locals. In 1971, Soviet scientists accidentally hit a methane reserve that formed the crater. It releases dangerous gases into the air with high temperatures. In November 2013, George Karunis, funded partly by National Geographic, became the first person to go into the depths of the crater. When he reached the bottom, he collected soil samples. He wanted to learn more about the crater and also wanted to know if life can survive in this type of condition. He found nothing except some bacteria, which were living at the bottom of the crater. Those bacteria were comfortably living in the temperature, and the important thing is, those bacteria were not living in any place outside of the crater. Number 2. Okagara Forest, Yamanashi Prefecture, Japan. Okagara Forest at the bottom of Mount Fuji has an exceptionally agonizing history. It is also known as Suicide Forest, and it is also the world's second most popular place for suicides. In 2010, 247 people tried to kill themselves in this forest, and 54 of them succeeded. Some people say that it is because of demons, and others say that it is because of the density of the trees, which can make anyone lost. Hikers who go hiking in this forest use tape to mark their way so that they can go back easily. Okagara Forest is so full that it's like impossible to find someone inside it. So the police hung signs reading, "Please consult the police before you decide to die," and "Your life is a precious gift from your parents" on the trees. Still, it can't stop determined people from going inside and committing suicide. Every year, a lot of corpses are found in the forest by volunteers, but many are still lost in the sea of trees. Authorities don't allow to publish the exact number of suicides because they don't want to make this place more popular. Number 1. Snake Island, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Ilha de Queimada Grande is located almost 95 miles off the coast of Sao Paulo. It is also known as Snake Island and is one of the most dangerous islands in the whole world. This island got this title because of its insanely great number of golden lancehead. According to some studies, you can find 1 to 5 snakes per square meter. Almost 11,000 years ago, the sea level rose, which caused the separation of mainland Brazil from Snake Island. After this, snakes started adapting to their new environment and became more evolved. That island did not have any ground-level prey, so snakes learned to strike at birds from the air and to hunt in the treetops. The venom of those snakes became 5 times more strong to hunt down the birds as quickly as possible. So now they are capable of killing their prey instantly and melting human flesh. Because of these reasons, the government of Brazil banned public entry on the island. Thanks for watching. Leave the comment down below and let us know what do you think. Don't forget to subscribe for new and upcoming episodes.